Hey folks, it's your boy D here, and happy November 7th, 2020. Now, I know this year has been incredibly crazy, but we got a bit of good news today from the folks at BioWare and EA. So, it seems the rumors were true, things we've heard over the past couple of months, and they are going to re release a remastered edition of the Mass Effect trilogy onto uh, current consoles. I believe it's going to be released in sometime early 2021, and currently it's going to be released for the PlayStation 4 as well as the Xbox One, with I guess the intention for them to be able to be played on the PS5 as well as the Xbox Series X and S. So, I mean, in all honesty, I'm actually excited for this. I have the trilogy for the Xbox 360 as well as the PS3. I was kind of hoping that maybe the trilogy would be released on the Switch. I don't know if I would buy it, but at the same time, I think it would be a cool avenue for that particular folks to be able to play. There's a lot of games coming out on the Switch. EA is kind of having a love-hate relationship with the Switch, but that's a conversation for another time. But one of the things I am finding incredibly cool about this announcement was there was actually an extra little bit of information on the blog post on BioWare's website where they said that they have a veteran of the original trilogy working on the next iteration into the Mass Effect series. Now, for those of you that may not be aware, the Mass Effect trilogy, was a massive, popular, intellectual property. Originally it was, specific to the Xbox 360. It was able to branch out to the PS3 a little bit later, and it gathered a huge fan base. And it was unfortunate that somewhere along the lines, and this is, can probably be thrown towards the folks at EA, where they kind of stumble a little bit at the end there, specifically with Mass Effect 3 and its ending. A lot of people were so incredibly dissatisfied where with the ending, to where they had to develop an additional ending and kind of give it out for free, and then a huge misstep afterwards with Mass Effect Andromeda, where there was a lot of issues, bug wise, graphics wise, to where a lot of folks that were fans of this particular universe were disenfranchised, and we haven't really seen much in that world since then. It's been a few years. I think Mass Effect Andromeda came out in 2017, I believe. So it's been a while, and it's EA, so we kind of knew that Mass Effect was going to come back in some way, shape, or form. We just didn't know um, when, and how it was. And personally, I think this is a step in the right direction. A lot of people say Mass Effect 2 was one of the greatest games of all time. I will say I have not played Mass Effect 2. I played the first one a few times, and I never finished it. I would get a certain amount into the game, and then I would get to a point where I could not pass, and so I would end up rage quitting. In particular, I ended up on some snow planet where I fought some lady, and no matter how hard I tried, she would just kill me over and over. And then I think I found out I was on the wrong planet or something like that, so I didn't feel like backtracking, and I just never got back into it. But I enjoyed the part I did play. I think I was about maybe 15 plus hours into it, so I want to get back into it. And yeah, I can throw these games back into my Xbox One or whatever, because I still own them, or even on the PS3. But I'm not talking for me here. I'm talking for the folks out there that haven't had a chance to play it, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for the old folks to play it again, remastered, as well as the new generation to play it on the PS4, PS5, or whatever. And I really hope that EA will put it on the Switch, shortly thereafter. So, I mean, pre-orders are available now. Local sites, Best Buy, Amazon, what have you. And who knows, if there's some type of collector's edition that gets released, I'll be more than happy to post a link to it on my Twitter page. You can always follow me at _GXP. And, like I said, I really, really hope that this is kind of brings Mass Effect back to the masses, and hopefully EA and BioWare have learned their lesson to take care of this franchise and not take it for granted, because I think that's kind of what happened back then with Mass Effect 3 as well as Andromeda. And we've seen as gamers, as consumers of entertainment, where when it feels like they're taking advantage of their customers, we kind of revolt. Um, for a quick example, Disney and Star Wars. But if they stop, and take the time and put some care into the product, we as customers, reciprocate. Perfect example is The Mandalorian. So, with Mass Effect, huge, huge franchise. Not only did it have games, there's, books, comic books. I think there was even, an animated movie or some way, shape, or form. So, there's a ton of merchandising, jackets and mugs and what have you, with pictures of the Normandy. I believe my son purchased a radio control vehicle of, of the land vehicle, and he played with that for quite a while. So this is something that obviously EA is not going to step away from, but they can actually make this into a huge franchise if they take care of it. So if anybody out there from EA is listening, by all means, just take this to heart. Take care of Mass Effect, and what you need to do is re-release the trilogy. Let everybody enjoy it for what it was. I believe it's supposed to have all the DLC that came with it. Probably re-release Andromeda, but fix it first. Everything that was wrong with it, get rid of all the bugs. If there was any bad, anything graphic-wise, fix those. Story-wise, fix that. And then, have, like I said, for the next generation, work on something to where not only you can build upon the franchise, but take love and care with it, and make sure the fans are aware of what's going on. And I think this is going to be a franchise that will continue to last on for years and years and years. Anyway, I think I've talked long enough about the Mass Effect remastered trilogy, but I wanted to get your thoughts. Do you think this is a good step by the folks at EA and BioWare? Do you think this is just greed on their part, and they're just trying to cash in on some nostalgia from folks like me and other gamers? Or would you like to see Mass Effect grow back to its former glory? Let me know. Post in the comments below. Do you plan on getting it? Are you gonna wait and see how other folks respond to it? Let me know. Anyway, thank you so very much for listening to this video. If you like what I had to say, feel free to hit that like button. And if you want to hear more of me talking about things games related, movies related, or whatever comes to mind, you can always hit that subscribe button. And like I said, thank you so very much. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks.